Hello, beautiful people. Happy Friday. And welcome to the Secrets of a Witch podcast with me, Sabrina Scott, where I talk about life, love, healing, spirituality, witchcraft, magic, tarot, mediumship, and everything in between. We talk about so many things on this podcast. And I'm going to keep it short and sweet today because honestly, I just have a little announcement for you guys, which is that my biggest fucking course I have ever made, Magic Without Bullshit, is fucking relaunching on Monday. And honestly, I am so excited because this time I'm also giving a new opportunity that I honestly haven't given in more than 6 months, which is basically offering the group coaching component of this. Like, I haven't launched this course in at least 6 months properly. Like, it's been a really long time. Actually, no, oh my God, I haven't launched it in like a year properly. That's crazy. But I'm just so excited because it is time. It is time to relaunch this course. It is time to open up some spots in the group coaching component of the course. And it's just going to be fucking awesome. So if you guys are wondering, why is Sabrina talking about magic again? This is why. It's because I'm just so fucking excited to open up these doors again and teach y'all, whoever the fuck wants to jump in, about witchcraft, magic, how it all works, how energy stuff happens, the mechanics of witchcraft and magic. Because I think a lot of people, honestly, like, just kind of call themselves witches but don't really know what the fuck they're doing, or are interested in witchcraft and magic for like, I don't know, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and wouldn't actually know how the hell to throw a spell together. You know what I mean? Like, after practicing for so long, people should know that. Like, not to be a bitch, but like, you should know. And there's no shame in it because honestly, most witchy 101 books like totally fucking suck. And a lot of online culture about witchcraft and magic also doesn't really teach you anything because most people babbling about it don't really know what they're talking about. You know, they say, like, do this, do that, like, clap your hands 3 times, call on this goddess, call on that goddess, blah, blah, blah. But they don't actually teach you, like, why all of that is supposed to work, what the fuck it is you're doing in terms of mechanics and, like, manipulation of energy. Like, so people don't fucking ever learn how to do this shit. And so it's so common. Like, I see this all the time, where people will ask me, like, hey, I had this happen, like, what should I do? Like, what spell should I do? Can you tell me a spell to do? And it's like, the answer is always like, yeah, I could, but wouldn't you love to know how the fuck to come up with that yourself? Like, wouldn't that be great? Because, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm happy to help people. Like, if you hire me for a spiritual consult, I will absolutely tell you what your magical practice, like, could and should look like in a way that will, like, align with you, your specific vibe, your specific belief system, your specific, you know, desires, your specific situation, your specific ways of working that you like. Like, maybe you love candle magic and hate baths and water, or maybe you're vice versa. Maybe you live somewhere where you actually can't burn candles for safety reasons, or, like, I don't know, whatever. There's so many people in different situations. And so you can only do magic that is kind of stealthy, right? Like in the bath or in the shower or whatever. And whatever, which one you are, I got you. And so people can sign up for a 101 spiritual consultation with me to learn all that stuff. But wouldn't you rather just take a gigantic fucking course to teach you all the things that you don't know? And I'm so much more interested in teaching people how to fish than selling a fish. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can buy the fish from me. You can totally get like a one-on-one spiritual consult for like your love life or your work life or whatever it is. Like, I've done that for literally a long time, probably a decade or so. So I can do that if you want me to. Happy to. So if you want that, do reach out. And if you're someone who is sick of being confused, if you're someone who is sick of wanting to understand how this whole magic thing works and you don't know, if you're sick of that, like, confusion, if you're sick of oh my God, just like not knowing the answers, like being so interested in something, believing in something with every fiber of your being, and just not knowing how to harness those magical skills, not knowing how to work with energy, not knowing why the fuck all these books are like, do this, do that, not knowing how to create a practice that fits into your life, that actually feels lived in, that feels relevant to you, who you are, your interests, your beliefs, your skills, your hobbies. Like, wouldn't you rather know like how to incorporate magic into your life in a way that's actually going to last? Rather than just being like, well, I saw this on Instagram, so I'm just going to copy paste it, even though like I don't really like candles, or I don't really like witchy robes, or I don't really care about pentagrams. You know what I mean? And like, I think a lot of people forget that magic is supposed to work for you. It's supposed to work with you in the way that your life is, right? It's not just supposed to be like, okay, it's 8 p.m. on the weekend, it's magic time. And like it can be, but ideally we integrate magic and witchcraft and energy work into our lives in such a way that it just becomes seamless. It just becomes easy. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a culture. It becomes a way of being where we're integrated with who we've always wanted to be, with who we really are, so we can see the magic within ourselves, the magic within our lives. And that's what I'm interested in, and that's why I am relaunching Magic Without Bullshit. So if you're curious about what it is, I'll give you the short version. Okay, where do I begin? It is 24 hours plus, actually almost 25 hours of pre-recorded, view on demand whenever the fuck you want, video lessons of me babbling about various things that are magically relevant, 10 modules, super in-depth. First module is on cosmology and belief. Second module is on energy work, and it goes on and on. I'll talk about this a little bit more in depth in another episode of this podcast, but we go fucking into it. And by we, I mean I. The whole thing is also closed captioned, so if you're someone who likes captions, like, I got you. There is more than 100 pages of fucking worksheets that are broken down video by video by video so that you can actually fucking reflect about what the hell it is I'm saying. And I guide you through the whole goddamn thing, honestly. Hold your hand. It is the best witchcraft and magic course on the internet. It takes most people 1 year to complete. I used to be a university professor. I taught at a university for 4 years. I also developed the curriculum of required courses, which I then taught, and I had my own TA. I've got a master's degree. I'm working on a PhD. Like, this course is a witchcraft and magic course made by someone who fucking knows how to teach at a university level, and I taught at the second biggest auditorium in the school to like hundreds of students in one go. And so if you're curious about my teaching credentials, then yes, I was a university professor. So I know how to talk about shit in a way that is engaging. Hopefully you agree if you've been listening to this podcast, and also in depth in a way that makes it relevant to you so that you understand it. I do not benefit from making anyone confused, right? And so if you're an introvert, just do the self-study version, right? You can do it on your own time. You can do it when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, listening to all the different videos. You can watch it when you're eating dinner at night. Whatever you want, whenever you want. You can binge it. You can do it little by little by little. Whatever the fuck you want to do, it is up to you. And that is why I designed it this way, to be on demand, because I'm in Toronto. Y'all are in various parts of the world. I think more than people from 40 different countries listen to this podcast, which is crazy. I've had students from every which where in the world, honestly. So it's been a whole ride. But anyway, there's also a group coaching component if you want it. You can also just do self-study. That's cool. But the group coaching component is super fucking cool. It's going to be 6 months. I'm going to hold your hand for 6 months. 6 months of community, group chat on Telegram, 6 months of a private Facebook community group. You can ask whatever the fuck you want and go through course materials, chat it out. And of course, there's going to be live group coaching on Zoom with me, so you can ask whatever the fuck you want about course content, making your own rituals, making your own spells. Maybe you did a ritual and it exploded in your face. You will get me to ask about all of that shit, and so I'll be able to troubleshoot with you everything you've done wrong, everything that hasn't worked, and anything that you find confusing. This is absolutely invaluable, and the connections between students in previous cohorts of Magic Without Bullshit have just been so beautiful. Seeing the friendships that have emerged from that, and just the community and validation, and oh my god, it's just been absolutely amazing. And so I cannot fucking wait to relaunch into those calls, which begin in July till December. So there'll be 2 calls every month. And it's just going to be fucking awesome. And then if you are someone who has taken Magic Without Bullshit before, don't worry, you don't need to buy the course again. You already got that. But what you will need to get is just the Legacy Student Top-Up. So you are more than welcome to join us for the group coaching calls from July to December, 6 months, and just jump on back into the community if you need that little extra bit of accountability, that extra feedback, that extra presence, whatever the fuck it is, that extra bit of just other people keeping you on track, and me in your inbox bothering you guys, reminding you of when the group calls are, and just having me in your pocket whenever you want, right? One of the things that's brand new about this version of Magic Without Bullshit, if you do the group component, either new students or legacy students, is there is going to be a group texting chat. So I've really loved doing this for Magic May. It's been fucking amazing. And so honestly, I'm really excited to bring that group texting experience into Magic Without Bullshit, because I know not everyone is going to be checking a Facebook group all the time, but we all do have our phones and our texting pretty much all day, every day. So it's going to be super wicked. It is fucking launching on Monday, May 29th. So keep your eyes peeled on the good old Instagrams. If you are not on my mailing list yet, you should get there. A lot of the information is going to be communicated on my mailing list. You can sign up at sabrinamscott.com. There will be a little pop-up, but if you see an invite to sign up for my 13 best witchy books list, all you have to do is sign up for that, and then you'll get all the information about the launch. I'll also be launching the info on Instagram, Sabrina M. Scott. And of course, if you are impatient, if you want to ask me questions about any of this, and if this is a good fit for you, send me an email, ceo@sabrinamscott.com. I've already got a few awesome folks in that joined early from Magic May. I'm making it available to those folks a smidge on the early side. So do be excited. Do be excited. Do reach out if you're interested in any of this. I'm just really stoked about doing this. It's going to be so much fun. So if you want to change your life with witchcraft, change your life with magic, get the fuck to where you want to go. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been paying attention to my work for a while. You guys know my origin story. You know where I'm at now. You guys know where I've been and where I am, and magic and witchcraft honestly is to thank for a fucking lot of that. The shit I've manifested in my life would not be possible without magic, and I'll be talking about that over the next few days in this podcast. So stay tuned, my beautiful people. If you want to reach out about any of this, ceo@sabrinamscott.com. If you want to just creep me a little bit, sabrinamscott.com. If you want to say hello, ceo@sabrinamscott.com over email. And I will catch you on the flip side, friends. And I hope to see you in Magic Without Bullshit, the best course I have ever made. And it's also the best magic course on the big bad internet. So if you want to learn magic without all the BS that you see from so many other spiritual teachers, the time is now. I'm ready for you. Are you ready for me? That's the question. Bye, friends.